Hi everybody, Dan Ullman, Matt Bernier, the DRF.com Formulator race of the day for Thursday, June the 1st, race number 3 at Santa Anita. We're going 4.5 furlongs. It's a Cal-bred maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies, smack dab in the middle of the early pick 5 sequence. So we've got all the trainer and pedigree info for you, and hopefully we can smoke out a winner in this great guessing game of handicapping first-time starters.
Opening leg of the pick 6, you got the giant jackpot going into it, and you know what? The good thing is if you're going to throw a race like this into it, have it be the opening leg.
Head on over to the Race of the Day event page on DRF.com. Download those free Formulator past performances and handicap along with us as we take this field in post-position order. The number 1 is West Princess, one of 2 in here trained by Molly Pearson. Both of them are by Empire Way, who's 2 for 15 with 2-year-old debut runners.
Molly Pearson numbers 2-year-old first-time starters, Southern California the past 5 years. Not spectacular, 1 for 19, but you've got a big ROI because you had a 42-to-1 shot in there. You look at the dam side of this pedigree, going way back, you've got a Laurel Futurity winner, so there's a little bit, and I'm talking way back, we're talking 3 or 4 dams, but you know, the tough thing too with this horse, breaking from the inside, never an easy thing to do ever, but with a 2-year-old in May or June now,
And you can't afford any missteps. We're only going 4.5 furlongs. West Princess is a half-sister to a multiple stakes place sprinter named Lovemeister, a horse that won his career debut and went on to earn $239,000. This horse was a $10,000 yearling offered a couple months after that and bought back for $14,000. The 2 is Esther 414, going out for a red-hot trainer in Stephen Miyati. This one's by Minister's Wildcat, 11% winners with 2-year-old debut runners.
You know, the biggest concern, Steve Miyati does awesome work. His first-time starters usually not his forte. You look past 2 years, 2-year-old first-time starters, Southern California 1 for 37 with a 154 ROI. But you look at the pedigree with this horse. You've got the Minister's Wildcat. You look at the bottom side is the family of Divine Oath, who was a long-distance turfer. Auntie Joy, long-distance turfer. Both of them victorious in grade stakes races. I wonder if down the road this ends up being a turf horse.
The 4th dam, one of the greatest broodmare/race mares of all time. Personal Ensign, the 4th dam of the 2. Esther 414. It'll be interesting to see if this one wants turf or distance, which is going out for high percentage connections. The 3 is Sugar at Sundown, one of 2 in here for trainer Antonio Garcia, a $3,000 auction buy a 9% 2-year-old debut stallion in Storm and Fever.
It'll be interesting to see what you get from this one. If there is anything encouraging, I'd say that work 2 back from the gate, 48-2. Talk about it. Usually speed kills in these races. If you can make the front, you're going to be tough to run down. I don't particularly love this horse, but if you think this one's going to show some speed, maybe you got a chance.
The 2nd dam was a stakes-placed sprinter, and she has already foaled 1 2-year-old winner. The 4 is Calamanco Action. This horse sold for $22,000 as a yearling. That's quite a jump from the $1,500 stud fee of her stallion Calamanco, who was 2 for 9 with 2-year-old debut runners.
Yeah, early on, we'll wait and see, but so far so good as far as precociousness is concerned. The dam herself was 1 for 6 as a 2-year-old. Something to keep in mind about this horse, and particularly for the trainer, Sal Gonzalez. Gonzalez saddled a horse a few weeks ago now, or I should say about 10 days ago.
Big price.
Big price. Went out there at 24-1, ran 2nd in the career debut called Lucky Pegasus. They've been working together. Calamanco Action sounds like doing the better of the 2. That horse, Lucky Pegasus, earns a 47 buyer in that spot. If this filly runs a 47 buyer, I think she wins.
The 2nd dam of this horse, Nancy's Glitter, was a precocious and talented juvenile filly in the South Florida area. Calamanco Action seems to have a little bit of pedigree, and that workout is very promising indeed. The 5 is D-Way to Go. D-Way to Go is the only horse in the race with prior experience. She did not run very well 2 weeks ago, but she was in against open maiden special weights. Blinkers on has not been a very profitable move for trainer Mike Harrington.
No, I have to be honest. For me, the only thing that you're pulling for with this horse is that she has experience, and that can go so far. We know that. And again, in a field of 8, when you're the only one that's already raced in the afternoon, that's invaluable. But boy, she didn't do any running in that debut.
The number 6, Sunny Sweet, is the other 2-year-old trained by Antonio Garcia, by Sunderban, 1 for 10 with 2-year-old debut runners. This filly was only a $1,700 buyback as a yearling.
Yeah, this one's not for me in this spot. If I had to take one of the Garcias, it would be the 3, Sugar at Sundown, and even having said that, I don't like either one of them.
I think the tote's going to speak volumes about the morning line favorite, the number 7, Spiced Perfection. This is the first starter by Smiling Tiger, who was a 3-time Grade 1 winning sprinter. The dam won 4 times in her career. The second dam was a multiple stakes place dirt sprinter. Spiced Perfection is bred to be fast. And take a look at that April 29th work.
I was going to say, you just look and see. You got a little bit of speed in here. You got that 33-2 blowout back then. That if you get anything like that, this horse is going to be on the front. The question then becomes, the only good thing is at 4.5 furlongs, you don't need a heck of a lot of stamina. We'll find out if Smiling Tiger ends up being a nice stallion. He was a nice racehorse, we know that. The one thing that I would throw sort of caution out there, Brian Coroner, past 5 years, first-time starters, 2 for 50. Not a positive move.
The 8 Luna's Empire has a sneaky fast pedigree. She is the second Molly Pearson trainee in the race. Although only a $2,500 buyback as a $25,000 buyback as a yearling, which is not bad. This dam's a full sister to Bring the Heat, who is a very precocious 2-year-old and also a sire of some very fast horses. So I wouldn't be surprised if Luna's Empire shows a little bit of gas early.
And you've had a couple of legitimate works going back when this one was down at Turf Paradise. You got 47-3, 48 for a couple of back-to-back half miles, and most recently at San Luis Rey, 1:01. And 1/5, I should say. It's an interesting one. I like the outside draw. That should go a long way. I already brought up the Pearson formulator fact. This one's just not for me.
Top selections for race number 3 at Santa Anita in your formulator race of the day. You're going with the 12-1 shot Calamanco Action. It's got that strong workout pattern.
Got the strong workout pattern. I also like to see little things like the fact that this horse was at Sunland Park and then all of a sudden shows up at Santa Anita. It makes me think that the connections think highly of this one.
You're going 4, 7, 2, and 5. I'm going to go with the 2 Esther 414 from the family of Personal Ensign. There's class in this family. A little worried that maybe distance turf down the road, but this barn's been firing on all cylinders at Santa Anita this meet. 2, 4, 5, 1 for me in your formulator race of the day. If you happen to be playing the Thursday Santa Anita card from home, DRF Bets invites new subscribers to be VIPs for a week. Head on over to drfbets.com/VIP, access your $300 bonus, and lots more. Approximate post time for the 3rd at the Great Race Place on Thursday, 2 o'clock Pacific. Best of luck.